Hello dear students, today we'll be starting the chapter number 3 of chemistry, that is metals and non-metals. So in this chapter we'll be going through the physical and chemical properties of both metals and non-metals. So physical properties, you all are aware also that physical appearance will be considered in this particular topic, physical properties. So the how the metals and non-metals they look like, how what will be the density, the melting boiling points, and lustrous, malleability, ductility, these type of things will be considered in physical properties. Whereas in chemical properties, mainly the chemical reactions, that how they react with the other things like water, oxygen, and what will be the chemical composition of the particular elements and the reactants and products which will be taking part in the chemical reactions, that we will be discussing in chemical properties. So students, let's start with our chapter number 3 of chemistry, that is metals and non-metals. So let us take a brief introduction. Metals are the elements which form cations, that is positively charged ions by losing electrons. So all of you are aware that there are three subatomic particles in an atom, that is proton, electron and neutron. So to complete the octet, mainly the element wants to become stable. So to complete the octet or to become stable, the metals generally they loses electrons, whereas non-metals they generally gain electrons. So I have told you before also that in 9th class we have discussed that when the electrons are less than 4 in the outermost shell, then generally the element loses its electron to complete its octet, that is the octet rule, 8 electrons outermost. And when the electrons are more than 4, then generally the element it gains electron to complete the octet and to become stable. That is in the case of non-metals. So non-metals gain electrons to form negatively charged ions, that are anions, whereas metals they form positively charged ions, that is cations, by losing the electrons. So now we will be discussing the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Here you can see the differentiation table also. First physical property is metallic luster. Metallic luster means metals have shining surface, they are lustrous, whereas non-metals are non-lustrous except iodine. So iodine is lustrous, also diamond is made up of carbon, that is also lustrous, so these are exceptions. Then second property is hardness. Hardness means that whether a substance is hard or not. So metals are generally hard, so it varies with metal to metal. Some of the metals are soft also, for example sodium, potassium, they can be cutted with knife, so they are very much soft, whereas mercury is liquid at room temperature, so it is also soft. Then non-metals are brittle in nature except diamond. Diamond is the hardest substance, it is harder than metals, so it is exception. Otherwise generally non-metals are brittle in nature, that means they can be broken down into pieces when pressure is applied on them. Then the third property is malleability. Malleability means some metals can be beaten into thin sheets. The property of metals that they can be beaten into thin sheets is malleability. So gold and silver, they are most malleable elements. Out of these two, gold is the most malleable, and non-metals are not malleable, they are non-malleable, they cannot be beaten down into sheets because they will break down into pieces. Then fourth property is ductility. Ductility means the ability of metals to be drawn into thin wires, that is ductility. So gold is the most ductile metal, Whereas there are exceptions like sodium, potassium and mercury again. These are non-malleable and non-ductile, but they are metals. So next, coming to non-metals, they are non-ductile as well as non-malleable. Another property, fifth one, is conductivity of heat and electricity. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Silver and copper are best conductors. Out of this, silver is the best one, then copper also. These are best conductors of heat and electricity. Whereas non-metals are bad conductors of electricity except graphite. Graphite is carbon only, allotrope of carbon, but it has a free electron which helps in the conductivity of electricity. So it is a good conductor. Children, here you can see the pictures of some common metals. First one is, these are nails made up of iron metal. Second is pipes made up of copper metal. Third one is the cup made up of silver metal. And fourth is the bangles which are made up of gold metals. So these are the different kinds of common metals which have been shown in the picture, and you also come across in your daily life. You must be using some of the metals, and you have seen also metals in your daily life. So these are the common metals, pictures of some common metals. Then next is the picture of some common non-metals. Here you can see carbon in the first one, then sulfur, that is yellow color. Third one is the bottle which is containing chlorine gas. Actually chlorine is found in the form of gas. So carbon and sulfur are solids, whereas chlorine here is gas. So these are some of the common non-metals. Now the next property of metals and non-metals, physical property, is sonority. Sonority means sonorous. That means they produce sound. Metals are sonorous, they produce sound on striking. So the ringing sound which is produced is sonority. Here mercury is an exception because it is a liquid. Then non-metals are non-sonorous because generally non-metals are gases, and some of the solids are there which are very much brittle. Then seventh property is melting point and boiling point. These have high melting and boiling point except gallium, sodium and potassium. It is written here for metals. Metals have generally they have very much high melting and boiling points, whereas exceptions are there. Gallium is very much low in its melting point. You can keep it on your palm and it will melt. Also sodium and potassium are very much less or low in their boiling point. Then non-metals, these have low melting boiling points except graphite and diamond. As you know that they are stronger, or you can say harder. So diamond is the hardest one, so it is having high melting and boiling point. Next property is specific density, eighth property. So here mainly it means density, mass per unit volume. So metals generally have high densities except sodium and potassium. They are again exception. Then in non-metals, these have low densities because generally they are gases, or sometimes they are solids, but still they are having less density. Exception here is bromine. Bromine is having higher specific density in comparison to all of the others all the other non-metals. So this is the eighth property. Here we have discussed the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Next we will be discussing chemical properties of metals and non-metals.